We're limited by rule what we can and can't do with summer. We did have last month of July 110 players training this summer to be here, and we can only have 105 for practice. So large commitment from our quote unquote non-scholarship guys. Don't have exact totals, but thought we had a great summer. I know academically, I know I can't ask results, but I did get some not complete. It looks like we'll be pushing a 3.15 or something GPA with 60 guys over a 3-point summer. So academic well, we physically look like we've improved. We practiced this morning on our new field you guys saw, we're excited about. We got some new players with us. JC guys have been with us a little bit longer. But again, thought it was a decent start. A lot of work to do, but we're going to have a great camp. And look forward to moving day to day and getting ready to open up September 1 when we get here. So with that, whatever you have, we'll roll. I feel like I'm in a creaky old house here. My guys watch that Ghost Hunters thing. And, huh? You feel that? You hear that? Well, my guys are big ghost hunters. They're on that, whatever that's now. We get it all the time. You know, with them little vices they put us. I'm thinking we're haunted here, which scares me. I shouldn't be scared. I'm sorry. Yeah, and even though quote we're limited with quote my contact, not supposed to ask the strength coach, who's here, how'd it go, not even supposed to ask what he benched. You have to do testing afterwards. There's a lot of schools still do it, and we actually got in trouble at Northwestern with a serious deal years ago with a young man. But we're running a conditioning test in the summer, and if you passed it, you didn't have to run it when you got here. Well, then you knew what they did in the summer. So the physical side and knowledge you don't know, but you are able to organize your quarterbacks in a way where they know what we want to do, but we had 18 organized quarterback ran practices that were part of workouts, where after a run or after a lift, and we structured a couple, 2 days a week in June and 3 days as we get into July. And we did more 7-on-7s in June and July without coaching, without videotape, but we had as many or more reps there than our guys had. And so there's no pads. But as far as lining up, so for a freshman, day one was actually June 4th, unless he didn't graduate high school and couldn't be with us till June 18th. So day one, it's almost like spring ball just kept going, just without the pads. So it's year two, some guys know schemes, but the real deal is the beauty of year-round training, which wise I'm not a big proponent of redshirting, because you've got them year-round and working them. Yeah, you physically develop them, but you can burn them out. And so, day one's a lot different. I remember my first day of practice, they taught us where to stand in the huddle and what the snap count was and how to block with your face up so you don't hurt your neck and all these granny gear steps. And it's like we're still building and we're not in a high gear yet, but you don't start day one in granny gear. A lot of first play of walkthrough today was double crash corners off both edge. I go, hey, used to be like 50 cover 3, so the game's evolved, and that's just commitment of players. More than it's year two. I don't know. I mean, to me, we don't change until scoreboards change. So we can subjectively say, ultimately, we didn't put a turf field out here to improve our graduation rate. And we didn't pay for everyone to be here for summer. Yeah, we took classes and we did great in summer school, but it was really a commitment to train, to prepare, to mature, to be a better football player. We're making this institution and administration from the top, and then the athletic department is making a commitment to build a winning team. So ultimately, I don't know if we've changed until we see scoreboards and we see how we produce, against other Big Ten opponents and people part of our league. We've added guys, had guys graduate, had guys go by the wayside, had guys injured. We've had some guys come through. We lost a coach or two, gained a coach or two. We've reorganized some internal infrastructure with recruiting and things to help us in those regards. We know system farther along. Young players have now played, 16 true freshmen and 16 redshirt freshmen. Hopefully they've trained and gained weight and are stronger and better. So, there's all some subjective change, and we can say he weighed 180 pounds and now he's 192. He ran a 4.6 and now he ran a 4.56. He benched 12 reps and now he did 18. But end of the day, we're not changing until we get out here and play on Saturdays and we win games.
Coach Johnson said that when he came back from
Well, again, I think we personally tried to end the season the Sunday after our last game. And even though our record wasn't statistically scoreboard, we didn't practice with the young team that way. There was a lot of energy. So we started that Monday, and I believe, I can't remember the exact day. It was November something. It wasn't quite December yet, whether it was 29 or 30. We hit the weight room 5 days that week. We stayed through the last day of exams, whether I had to take exams or not, lifting. We challenged them that we would test them when they came back the first day in January. So I think over winter, when it was exam week and we're getting ready to go home, we didn't shut it down. So we started, so it gave us a chance. I think we've had a great period where we have a chance now to have a good preseason, but we need to have a good preseason. I think we're in position to have one. Now you got to go do it. You can practice, have a good game plan, develop, and be in position to win a game. Now you got to go do it. So were we better? I don't know. I think we tried to flush the season immediately. We didn't talk a lot about what was, other than we addressed how we're going to keep doing our business, how we do our process, what we believe in. And I think we started getting people to realize and start saying, this is how we do things. We also did a few things in some leadership deals where we started putting players in charge of themselves off the field. We're getting better on the field, but how to police. And we did a lot more work in team building and team leadership, where I think last year we were trying to get settled in, get to know you, and teach you a play. This year I think we're still working on it today, teaching guys. I'm not, and I'm going off topic here, but we just had a session on Twitter. And I'm not banning Twitter, but I'm trying to teach people how to use it properly, because it'll affect your career, not football, your professional career and relationships and all those things. So instead of banning it, I'm trying to use it as an education opportunity, so we're more educated.
Fred last said that ticket sales are higher than they've been, frankly, in a very long time. And he said he's specifically thrilled by that, considering the 1-11 season. How encouraging is that for you as well?
Well, we got, everybody says about it, when we talk about our culture, and I said this at the Big Ten, somebody says you're at a basketball school, and I'm like, Coach Crean was at my practice today because I think he's a frustrated football coach, and I love going to basketball because I'm a frustrated basketball guy. And so I have respect and admiration, not short term, long term, my background, where I'm from. But I believe, like where I'm from, this is a great school that could be good at, should be great at a lot of things. That being said, we've got a great alumni base. And we'll put a product out there, and the better the product, even though the product struggled first year, those fans are going to come. I do think they're excited about some of the opponents. When you've got an opportunity in the Big Ten to get Ohio State, Wisconsin, and Iowa, and Michigan State here, we're playing Ball State and Indiana State, two in-state teams here. Those are two night games. Those are great for our Indianapolis and Fort Wayne folks that can even have Saturday mornings get to a game. That's your issue Saturday night. You want to drive back late or stay. But I think it's an attractive schedule. And I think our administration, our marketing people, our organization is just not, me or the quarterback or the running back or the defense. It's a bunch of people. And I think, starting with not just Fred, but Mr. President McRobbie, there's a commitment for football to parallel what this school stands for. And our fans. So I appreciate that. And I'm gracious and thankful. And I believe as we play, if we play like I'm thinking we can, it'll grow because we have a phenomenal fan base. Well, we're going to put some heat on all three of those guys, and positive heat. But for us to start moving our program forward, it will not move till the quarterback play matches that. We're not going to we can't overcome average or below average or poor play and expect to win, and expect to have consistent, solid play, and expect to beat Big Ten teams, expect to win non-conference games and 2 of them on the road. If our quarterback, is last year, I think as a program, we were 57%. Like I say, if you do the stats, when Buck was coaching and I started as a young player, I think our goal was 58%. We thought was a great passing performance. Well, last year, if you were 60%, you were 60th in the nation. And there's 120 teams. So this day and age of high percentage passing and understanding protections, the way coaches have evolved the passing game, all those guys got to play better. Now, Trey's a run guy. but I don't think his body type is a type that you want to beat him up over and over, and you're going to be a prominent, a quality, solid Big Ten program running zone read. It's a nice compliment and take advantage of that. But we're going to work hard, and we'll take advantage of his feet. But we really are working hard to make him play left-handed, learn how to go through the thought process of canceling receivers and putting the ball on target, how to throw it away, how to help protection and not hang on to the ball. And so we're asking, I mean, Trey doesn't throw the ball well, but we're coaching him to try to become a passer and not take advantage of the fact that he can run. But again, Russell Wilson's a pretty good athlete that threw for 72 or 3%. Now, because he's got a nice team and they run it well and there's balance, he's throwing on his terms. Robert Griffin was a phenomenal athlete, and his passer rating was like, I think, second or third in the nation. So you can be an athlete, but we're looking for a quarterback. Love the fact Trey's an athlete, but we're going to work hard to bring him along. And where I saw today, I think it needs to be from all of them a lot better, because we're going to hold that position. We'll come back in as coaches and tweak. Again, I'm not going to sit here and be stubborn. We're not going to become a soft team. We're going to practice a boatload of two backs because we're going to see it in the Big Ten. We're practicing our option plays. We did that today. We're seeing Navy. So we're not going to sit around and become a soft team. And I've been a part of some teams. I had a chance to watch Mike Leach closely, and they're really good teams that threw it, had a physical presence, both sides of the ball up front. So, and I'm a line guy. So I think there's a way you can get that done, and it'll be interesting to see if we can. So don't want to alarm everyone. It's not bombs away, and it's not 200 passes, and we're not going to have 4-hour games, okay? But we need to be a quality passing team. And right now, I think we can be a competent run team. If we're going to be a really good run team, I think we have the ability to be a competent run team because of Trey, some of the backs, and our line's going to be a little bit better. But to be a balanced team, we've got to find a way to throw it high end. Now, Cam and Nate, Cam's got a spring. And, what Cam has is, he throws it okay. He doesn't have a big arm. But if I'm looking at quarterback arms, not 1, 2, 3, 4 on my list. There's some intelligence and anticipation and awareness and savvy and instincts and feet and making awkward throws and charisma and leader. There's a lot of things that get there as higher than I can. There's a lot of guys that can throw a ball. Cam does have a skill set where you think he might be a solid passer, but he's learning the offense. So he's okay. He's not like he's unathletic. Can move around. Can run zone reads, but we're not going to. Trey's a little bit more proficient there. Is Cam a better passer or a better thrower than Trey? He's not a better thrower than Trey. They both throw it similarly. Trey might be slightly better passer because of some of the offenses that he's came out of. But it'll be interesting to see as we move forward. Again, he's so young in it. What is he? The skill set of Nate's pretty high, but he's a big kid and he's very bright. And he's a gym rat. He loves to be around it. And could have been here in January, but didn't want to change in commitments because of a coaching change. And we got him in May. He was actually everybody showed in June. He actually came in May and did that one summer session we had. But he was kind of a lone ranger. I think he for a young guy looks like he's got quality leadership skills, even though he's a puppy. Not enamored by wanting to play a freshman quarterback like we did last year. Not ruled it out. But I think he's a tall kid that's got good feet, tall kid that's got a good arm. I think he loves it. I think he's got a great. I think we are better today than at any point last year at quarterback. But we're not close to where I think we can be and where we need to be and where we are going to be.